Good morning and good morning and welcome to the Way of Salvation. Christian Church presents the 1-year chronological Bible 365-day reading plan brought to you by Tyndale House Publishers. I am Minister Jewett Peterson Sr. and today is December 12th, 2023. And we are on day 87 of our plan, and it is 10 o'clock a.m. We're in the day of the third day of the week, bringing this third day to a close. And today's plan consists of Joshua 18 and Joshua 19, verses 1 through 48. Again, that's Joshua 18 and Joshua 19, verses 1 through 48. And the word of the Lord says in the King James Version of the Bible, the allotments of the remaining land. Now that the land was under Israelite control, the entire community of Israel gathered at Shiloh and set up the tabernacle. But there remained 7 tribes who had not yet been allotted their grants of land. Then Joshua asked them, "How long are you going to wait before taking possession of the remaining land the Lord, the God of your ancestors, has given to you? Select 3 men from each tribe, and I will send them out to explore the land and map it out. They will then return to me with a written report of their proposed divisions of their new homeland. Let them divide the land into 7 sections, excluding Judah's territory in the south and Joseph's territory in the north. And when you record the 7 divisions of the land and bring them to me, I will cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord our God to assign land to each tribe. The Levites, however, will not receive any allotment of land. Their role as priests of the Lord is their allotment. And the tribes of Gad, Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh won't receive any more land, for they have already received their grant of land, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them on the east side of the Jordan River." As the men started on their way to map out the land, Joshua commanded them, "Go and explore the land and write a description of it. Then return to me, and I will assign the land to the tribes by casting sacred lots here in the presence of the Lord at Shiloh." The men did as they were told and mapped the entire territory into 7 sections, listing the towns in each section. They made a written record and then returned to Joshua in the camp at Shiloh. And there at Shiloh, Joshua cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord to determine which tribe should have each section. The next section is the land given to Benjamin, verse 11. The first allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin. It lay between the territory assigned to the tribes of Judah and Joseph. The northern boundary of Benjamin's land began at the Jordan River and went north of the slopes of Jericho, then west through the hill country and the wilderness of Beth-aven. From there, the boundary went south to Luz, that is Bethel, and proceeded down to Atheroth Adar on the hill that lies south of Lower Beth Horon. The boundary then made a turn and swung south along the western edge of the hill facing Beth Horon, ending at the village of Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, a town belonging to the tribe of Judah. This was the western boundary. The southern boundary began at the outskirts of Kiriath Jearim. From that western point, it ran to the spring at the waters of Neptoah and down to the base of the mountain beside the valley of Ben Hinnom at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From there went down the valley of Hinnom, crossing south of the slope where the Jebusites lived, and continued down to En-rogel. From En-rogel, the boundary proceeded in the northerly direction and came to En-shemesh and on to Gelioth, which is across from the slopes of Adumim. Then it went down to the stone of Bohan. Bohan was Reuben's son. From there it passed along the north side of the slope overlooking the Jordan Valley. The border then went down into the valley, ran past the north slope of Beth Hogla, and ended at the north bay of the Dead Sea, which is the southern end of the Jordan River. That was the southern boundary. The eastern boundary was the Jordan River. These were the boundaries to the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin. Next section, the town given to Benjamin, chapter 21. These were the towns given to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin: Jericho, Beth Hogla, Emek Keziz, Beth Arbara, Zemarium, Bethel, Aviv, Para, Ophrah, Keper, Ammoni, Opni, and Geba, 12 towns with their surrounding villages, also Gibeon, Ramah, Beroth, Mizpah, Kephira, Moza, Rechem, Erpil, Tarala, Zela, Helip, the Jebusite town that is Jerusalem, Gebath, and Kiriath-Jearim, 14 towns with their surrounding villages. This was the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin. Joshua chapter 19. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families. And their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba, and Sheba, and Moladah, and Hazar Shul, and Bela, and Azim, and El-Tolad, and Bethel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Beth Markaboth, and Hazer Susa, and Bethel, and Bethli Boath, and Sharuhen, 13 cities and their villages, and Rimmon, and Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages, and all the villages that were round about these cities, to Baalath Beer, Ramoth of the south. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon, for the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun, according to their families. And the border of their inheritance was unto Sarid. And their border went up toward the sea, and Marilah, and reached to the Basheth, and reached to the river that is before Jokneam, and turned from Sarid eastward toward the sunrising unto the border of Shishloth Tabor, and then goeth out to the Berahath, and goeth up to Japhia. From thence passes on along on the east to Gitta Hefer, to Ittah Kazan, and goeth out to Rimmon Mithor, or to Nia. And the border compasseth it on the north side of Hanathon, and the outgoings thereof are in the valley of Ziphthael, and Kathath, and Nahala, and Shimron, and Adalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun, according to their families, these cities with their villages. And the fourth lot came out to Issachar, for the children of Issachar, according to their families. And their border was toward Jezreel, and Shesaloth, and Shunem, and Haphraim, and Shihon, and Anahareth, and Rabbith, and Kishion, and Abez, and Remeth, and Enganim, and Enhadish, and Beth Pazaz, and the coast reaches to Tabor, and Shahazamah, and Beth Shemesh, and the outgoings of their border were at Jordan, 16 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar, according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher, according to their families. And their border was Helkath, and Hali, and Beaton, and Ashkap, and Elimelech, and Amad, and Mishiel, and reaches to Carmel westward, and to Sihor Lipnath, and toward the sunrising of Beth Dagon, and reaches to Zebulun, and to the valley of Ziptael, toward the north side of Beth Emek and Neel, and goeth out to Kabul on the left hand, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Hammon, and Cana, even unto Zidon, and then the coast turneth to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre, and the coast turneth to Hosa, and the outgoings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Ashzib. Uma also, and Ephek, and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali according to their families, and their coast was from Helep, from Allen to Zanim, and Adami, Nekeb, and Jabneel unto Lakum, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan. And then the coast turneth westward to Asnath Tabor, and goeth out from thence to Hukkok, and reaches to Zebulun on the south side, and reaches to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan toward the sunrising. And the fenced cities are Ziddim, Zer, and Hamath, Rakith, and Shinneroth, and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hazor, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and Enhazer, and Iron, and Migdalel, Horam, and Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the seventh lot came out to the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, and the coast of their inheritance was Zorah, and Eshtaol, and Ir-Shemesh, and Shalaban, and Ajalon, and Jethlah, and Elon, and Timnathah, and Ekron, and Eltikah, and Gibbethon, and Balath, and Jehud, and Benabirak, and Gath Rimmon, and Mejarkin, and Rakin, and the border before Jappol. And the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt therein, and called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan, their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, these cities with their villages. Thank you for joining me, and have a beautiful and blessed day. Be blessed.